Today on Color Outside the Box podcast.
So typically I have a lot of seniors say, I'm turning 65. Mm-hmm. And so that's typically the age group that I do deal with, 65 and over. However, there are a lot of people under 65 that have disabilities that are entitled to Medicare as well.
All right, this will be show 20. Show 20 we're about to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Color Outside the Box is a podcast series that focuses on creating a better you. Whether it's advice about family, relationships, raising children in this technological world, marriage, or careers, we seek to find the answers to help you live your best life. So start your Monday morning off right with me, your hostess with the mostest, Princess Miller, on Color Outside the Box right here on iTunes and everywhere podcasts can be heard. Well, good Monday morning, and thank you for tuning in to the Color Outside the Box podcast. I am your hostess, Princess Miller, and I am so happy to have another great guest in the studio. In the studio today, we have Miss Carita Koen. Good morning, Miss Carita.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay. So Miss Carita is the owner of Strategic Financial Group, and her husband both own Green Magic Lawn Care Service. And so today we got just a lot of information that we're going to be bringing your way today. So if you know anyone, and most of us have parents that are, kind of well up in age. And so today we're going to be talking about Medicare 101. So Miss Carita, talk to us about Medicare. A lot of us have just the wrong perception of what Medicare is. In fact, we wait too late to find out what it's all about.
Yes. Well, Medicare is something that is mostly dealing with seniors. Typically, I have a lot of people in the senior community that say, do I have to wait until I turn 65 to necessarily deal with Medicare? Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest misconception. Okay. So typically when I'm talking to a client about Medicare, I basically let them know what Medicare is and what age groups to look for, what it covers, what it doesn't cover. That way they can be comfortable knowing the information regarding Medicare and what that means, how they can maneuver in the stages of Medicare. Yeah, because there's some other benefits to Medicare that we're going to talk about today that a lot of people don't know about. Right. So typically, I just let them know that Medicare is a federal program that provides health insurance to typically age 65 and over, but not just that age group. You could be under 65 with a disability or end-stage renal disease. So typically I have a lot of seniors say, I'm turning 65. Mm-hmm. And so that's typically the age group that I do deal with, 65 and over. However, there are a lot of people under 65 that have disabilities that are entitled to Medicare as well. Awesome. So they don't have to be 65. If they're disabled, they can qualify for these Medicare benefits. Right. And that's the biggest misconception because a lot of people think that I only deal with seniors. Now, I mostly deal with seniors, but I do deal with a lot of people that have disabilities and they're entitled to the benefits that are associated with Medicare as well. Give us some of those benefits because people think that it's just health care. What are some of the other benefits that Medicare has to offer? Well, typically when I'm dealing with someone who is looking for some information regarding Medicare, I usually start with the parts of Medicare and what the parts cover. Okay. So typically when I'm sitting down with a client, I let them know that original Medicare consists of Part A and Part B. and we can go over in grave detail what each part of Medicare is and what it consists of. Part A consists of care in the hospital. So it could be critical illness, anything that you would basically go to the hospital for.
Okay.
Part B is your medical coverage. So that's going to consist of any doctor's appointments that you go to, your physical physician that you attend.
Physical services?
Yes.
Physical therapy, I mean.
Well, not just physical therapy, anything particularly outpatient.
Okay.
So going to the doctors, it could be any specialist that you go to, anything that doesn't require you to go to the hospital.
Does that also include in-home care? I know companies like Alacare and some of these other companies that offers hospice, as well as just, if you're homebound, they can come out and provide services that you will otherwise receive in the hospital. Does that cover that as well?
Well, it doesn't on Part B. That would be Part A.
Okay. Hospice
usually goes under Part A.
Okay.
But anything particularly outpatient, which hospice, it's kind of inpatient care. So it's kind of like you're still in the hospital, just not in the brick and mortar hospital shell.
Okay.
So typically when you're talking about Part B, it's anything outpatient. Your original care physician.
Okay.
Your physical therapy, anything outpatient would be your Part B. And then all the seniors know Part D. That's your prescriptions.
Okay.
And typically when I help my seniors realize is what is the cost of your medication. Now, I have a lot of seniors that don't want to do the generic thing. Usually if it's a big cost difference, I usually suggest generic, but I mean, you have a lot of seniors that want what they want, and we have to do what is best for the client, but we still have to keep them happy. So, we do sit down with seniors and help them go through their medications, help them develop plans for Medicare based upon what their medications are. And typically, Part C is going to be your Medicare Advantage plan. Okay. Now, this is going to be a plan that is going to give you benefits, extra benefits, in addition to original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B.
Okay.
Usually, a lot of these plans have a $0 premium.
Awesome.
So typically when you're talking about Part A, it does have a deductible. It does not require a premium. It typically doesn't require a premium as long as you have worked for at least 40 quarters.
Okay.
You are entitled to that benefit of Part A.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't realize that. Now, a premium is associated with Part B. It's usually around $135.50, and our seniors know what it is because it usually comes out of their retirement check or pension or whatever they have set in place. But they usually know what it is when you talk to them, that amount that's being drafted out of their Social Security. But what we help people realize is that in certain situations, that premium for Part B can be certain seniors can qualify for a subsidy to get that coverage for that premium taken care of for them.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a break right here, and we're going to be right back discussing more about Medicare 101. What is Medicare and the benefits that are associated with it that a lot of people don't know? We want you to stay tuned to the Color Outside the Box podcast with Princess Miller and our special guest today, Miss Carita Koen. Stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? Trey here to tell you about one of the best gym experiences in Mobile, Embrace Fitness Training Center. Embrace Fitness is more than just a gym. We offer personal training, speed and agility training, golf simulator, golf fitness, boot camp classes, childcare, and even powerlifting. We're open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We love families, and kids are welcome. At Embrace Fitness, we believe that a family that works out together will stay together and live healthier and happier lives. So embrace the new you. We're located on Airport Boulevard near Cody Road. Try Embrace Fitness Training Center today. Your first visit is on me.
Princess Creative Productions can provide affordable and professional video services for small to mid-sized businesses. Our in-studio virtual set shoots start as low as $200. Let our expert get to work on your next video project. Call 251-421-4490 to book your next shoot. And we're back on the Color Outside the Box podcast here with our very special guest, Miss Carita Koen, and we're talking about Medicare 101. So, Miss Carita, right before we went to break, you began to talk about the differences between Part A, Part B, Part D, and Part C. So, what are some of the benefits to Part C that a lot of people don't know about?
Well, most people know about the fact that it is a $0 premium. But most people really don't know into the back end of it what the rules are and what their requirements are to make sure that you don't have a lot of out-of-pocket expenses, deductible wise, or out-of-pocket max expenses associated with Part D. And so that's what we sit down with our clients and educate them about. Dealing with Part C, we let our seniors know that it's very, very important to make sure that your primary care physician is in network.
Okay.
We have a lot of seniors that have been going to the same doctor for 20, 30, 40 years, yes. And they're very adamant about, I want this particular doctor. Mm-hmm. And so what we do is, first and foremost, we try to keep our seniors happy. So the first thing I do is when I meet with the senior, I try to see what plan, based on their needs and budget, of course, with their Part D prescriptions covered, if that doctor in network is even going to be an option. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we cross our fingers that it is. But in certain situations, if it's not, we work with them to help them develop ways to go about if they need to pursue other options for a primary care physician. A lot of our seniors just don't typically want to let go, and we understand that. But it's our priority to make sure that they don't have all of these out-of-pocket expenses, because a lot of our seniors are on a fixed income, and we mean really fixed. And so it is our number one priority with Trustegic Financial Group is to make sure that they maximize their retirement income, and making sure that we educate them on these deductibles that can add up, and all of these extra excess expenses associated with Medicare in this stage of their life can add up on them. So we let them know. We make sure that their doctor is going to be in network. And we make sure that if they do need any physical therapy or they need any other services like